All right, now fair warning, if you clicked on this video, it is going to take some courage to ask yourself the question that I'm going to propose that you ask yourself right now. If you just set a goal, set a intention, set a result that you want to create, a certain outcome in your life, whether it's, making more money, whether it's attracting a certain relationship, whether it's, getting in better shape, becoming healthier, more energy, whatever the goal, visualization, I got my vision board right here, and I got some different themes to keep me reminded of what I'm focused on, what I'm going towards. But what questions should we be asking after we do this, right? Because I hear all the time the same advice of know what you want. I might give the same advice to people on my channel if you just tapping in, which is very important. I think like you should know exactly what you want. You should have a vision. It should be clear of what you want. You should write that down. You should make it plain. You should do the vision boards, and you should focus on that, right? But what do you do after? Like, what is maybe the action, or in this video, I'm gonna give you the question that you should be asking yourself after you set this goal. And I don't want you to take my word for it. I want you to take the word of one of the greatest investors of our generations, one of the wisest men on the planet when he lived. God bless his heart. He moved along, recently, but this is a person that was Warren Buffett's right-hand man, partner in crime, built Berkshire Hathaway, a company that now has over $1 trillion assets under management. $1 trillion of cash, assets, investments, businesses, built $1 trillion business value into this world. So, this guy, if any, has a lot of, grounds to say what it takes to get what you want. He probably had a vision, a goal to grow a company of that magnitude, to buy certain businesses and grow his net worth and assets in this way, right? But in order to do that, he had to do something very specific. And without further ado, to not have too much build up, who am I talking about right now? Of course, I'm talking about the legendary Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger, again, Warren Buffett's right-hand man, said that to get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. The world is not yet a crazy enough place to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people. Sheesh. Sheesh. I mean, that's heavy. Like, that's heavy. Shall I repeat it? To get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. The world is not yet a crazy enough place to reward a whole bunch of undeserving people. So the question I have for you, and the question we all should be asking ourselves after we set these goals, according to Charlie Munger, is, do I deserve it? Do I deserve the outcome I want to have? And before we get, all self-love and, you deserve everything just because you are who you are and just because you're a spirit, like, yes, that's cool, right? Like, on a spiritual level, in the value of God's eyes, our creator, we are all equal, we're all valuable in his eyes, and we all deserve the love that he openly and freely gives us. Now, outside of that, we live on a physical planet. We have physical laws, and these laws of the universe, depending on how we use them and the choices that we make, these laws can make us healthier, or these laws can make us more sick, because we're constantly changing over time. So either we're getting better or we're getting worse, right? So this is why we set goals, is because, we understand innately as a human being that in order for me to be happy, in order for me to, feel a sense of fulfillment, I have to be moving towards something. I have to be progressing. I have to be walking towards this worthy ideal. And the people that choose to do that are usually the ones that find this material success that a lot of people look at. And the people that choose not to do it are the ones that usually complain about their circumstances and complain about the life as if they are a victim. But you're not a victim. That's why you're on this channel. So understanding that you're not a victim, and yes, you have inherent value in God's eyes. Aside from that, putting yourself here now, considering your goals, whether again it's material things on this world of making more money, or physical body things, or your energetic body, you want to become more healthy spiritually, or you want to improve your relationship or attract a certain relationship, attract love, attract a certain friend group, brotherhood, whatever it may be, you have to deserve that result. So how do you deserve the result? How do I know if I deserve something? You could just ask the question. I think, just asking yourself the question, like, do I deserve this goal? Do I deserve this $100,000? Why do I deserve this $100,000? Am I providing $100,000 worth of value? Yes or no? Am I, why do I deserve this type of relationship? Am I showing up as this type of person? Yes or no? Why do I deserve this type of body? Am I eating the right foods? Am I putting in the work at the gym? Like, you can just ask that question and probably get a direct and clear answer. But let's say we want to play dumb today. Let's say we don't want to tell ourselves the truth about what we already know. But I suggest that if you do have something that came to mind, cut the video off right now, take action, and just move towards your goals and do more things that allow you to deserve what you want. But if you're still unclear on what that means, what that looks like, no worries, I'm here to help. When you think of deserving what you want, right, it's a behavior, right? It's how we act in the world. We understand that nothing changes without different actions, without different choices and different actions. So in order to deserve something, that means that we have to put our actions or our behavior in alignment with what we want, right? It's pretty simple. Follow me so far. But what is considered our behavior? What is considered our personality? How we are on a daily basis, who we are being at any given time. Well, I've talked about it in previous videos, but I like to think about this into the triad, right? You have what you think, what you feel, and what you do. So what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and what you're doing at any given moment of time, that's technically who you are. That's technically your personality. Now, you have certain values and beliefs that influence what you think, what you do, and what you feel. But at your core, in the present moment is all we have. Who you are is who you're being in the present moment, and who you're being is the combination of all three of those elements in the human psyche and our actual behavior. Hope you're following me so far. So we want to deserve more of what we want. Clearly, if you're watching this video this far, you already don't have what you want, or you wouldn't be trying to get it. It wouldn't be a goal. It would be something that you already possess. But in order to possess that, in order to accomplish the goal, and we talking about this concept deserving, then that means we must take a different pattern of behavior, a different set of actions, a different course of, charting our course on where we're going, and put that in alignment with the person that already has what we want. Because if you believe in quantum physics, or not believe in it, if you're familiar with it, because it's not a belief, it's a pure science, you understand that one, time is an illusion, and the present is all we have. Time is a perception that we create for ourselves. So based on the fact that time is an illusion, that means everything is here now. And the only reason why we are associated with a certain reality is because we're observing that reality at a time. But when we, as a conscious creator, take our focus off of the reality that we're in, I hope this is not going too over here, but when we take our focus off of it, that reality technically ceases to exist, and it's just a possibility in the infinite of possibilities. And what quantum mechanics teaches is that when we apply our focus, the human focus, the human observation, the human awareness to any set of experiences or circumstance or whatever, then that circumstance then hardens into fact. That circumstance or that particle or that energy that's potential out in the field somewhere then becomes a reality, concrete, physical, once we observe it. But technically, the old adage of if a tree falls in the forest and nobody is there to see it or hear, did it actually fall? Technically, no, because it's just already on the ground. If nobody saw it fall, then it didn't fall because there was no observer of the fall. And all we have is the present moment. So if you go look at the tree in the present moment, it's already fell, and that would be the state in which you found the tree. Hope that makes sense. So to not get, again, too esoteric with quantum into this entire discussion, I think it helps, build the faith in what we're doing here, and shows the effectiveness of, if you focus on what we're talking about here, it literally changes your life because it has no choice but to change your life, because that's how the universe works. I think it can be a very powerful tangent that I just went on for you. So bringing it back to a practical sense, and again, understanding that what we focus on, what we put an attention to, manifests or creates in our reality. And our goal in this video is to deserve more of what we want. Then all we have to do is become the person that already has it, become this future version of ourselves that's in this reality of us already living with our desire, because technically that reality already exists, and the only reason why you're not aware of it is because you're not aware of it. You're not focused on it. You're not in alignment with it. You're not in a position where you can see it and perceive it, so you don't have it. So in order to see it, to perceive it, we must change what's going on inside, aka what we think, what we feel, and do. So I have many videos on this, so we don't have to get too far into it, but just to give you like 3 or just like a quick tip for each one of them. Like I said, the first question is just deserve what you want. So do I deserve what I want? Do I deserve my goal? After that, for the thoughts, how do you change your thoughts? You just intentionally focus more on what you want. You can use practices like vision boards. You can use practices like sticky notes. You can use practices like meditation. You can use practices like affirmations. You can use practices like journaling and writing down what you want. But the key with changing your thoughts is changing your focus. So if you focus more on what you want, your thoughts around what you get and what you perceive in life will change, and therefore your experience will change. So first things first is focus on what you want. Now you want to change how you feel. So feelings always are associated with beliefs. Feelings are your story that you tell yourself about a certain experience in your life. So when it comes to feelings and emotions, the way to think about it is a feeling or an emotion is a strategy to get a certain result. So what we want to do when we're consciously creating and recreating ourselves when it comes to our thoughts, our feelings, and actions in order to deserve more of what we want to put our feelings in alignment with the person that already has what we want. So if we already have what we want, what emotions would that person be feeling? Probably be feeling grateful, probably be feeling abundant, probably be feeling happy, probably be feeling love, probably be feeling healthy, probably feel all the emotions of the state that you would have once you have the thing. So, again, going back to quantum, we understand that consciousness is what creates reality and creates matter, not the other way around. Matter doesn't create consciousness. Matter doesn't influence thoughts. Thoughts influence matter. So once we understand that, it's like we can choose to possess the feelings that we would have in that event if we already had it. And by changing our feelings, by changing our thoughts, we then send out a new signal to the universe that literally attracts that future reality into our present awareness. Hope this is making sense, because again, reality is literally just what you perceive to be reality at any given time. It's infinite. It's a multitude of possibilities that could be happening in the universe right now, but based on what you're focused on, that's the reality that you live. As you grow, as you change, you probably already experienced this, reality literally changes. As you change your thoughts, as you change your beliefs, the way that you thought the world worked or the way that you thought things happened literally start to change before your eyes. So, stay open-minded for this stuff if it's new. But, the principle there is just put yourself and give yourself the emotional strategy that you would have if you already had the thing that you want. And then when it comes to actions, think about if you were in possession of what you want right now, what would you be doing right now? So what would the person that already has what you want, your future version of yourself who's in possession of what you want, say I want a better job. Well, that future version of myself would probably be doing the job. So in order to do the job, I must get the job. So in order to get the job, I must, apply for the job. Why am I not applying to the job yet? Let me go apply for the job right now. Let me do interviews. Let me do the things necessary to actually get the job. That's one example. Another example, I want to be a certain weight. What would I be doing right now? Well, would I be eating what I'm about to eat is a question you could ask before you make that decision between what to eat. If I was the person that already had what I want, what would that person eat? And by doing this practice often, by just focus on it, let's say you fail a couple times. Let's say you think about what would I be doing right now and you still do the thing that you don't want to do. And, it's going to be a process. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. We all reprogram, recondition our mind. But just having the pure awareness, the focused intent that, hey, I'm going to choose to start to deserve more of what I want. I'm going to choose to start to put myself in a mental state, in an internal state of being the person that I would be if I already had the results I want in my life. And I'm going to start with my focus. I'm going to start focusing more on what I want, what results I want to create, and get crystal clear on that and keep refining it and refining it and refining it. And as I do that, I'm going to see more of it show up in my life. I'm going to choose to believe things that put me in a emotion that, is congruent with the things that I want. If I said I want love in a relationship and I'm walking around mad and depressed and think all women ain't shit, the likelihood of me finding love in a relationship is going to be very low. So let me put myself in a state to where I feel love within myself. I already feel absolutely in love with myself. I already feel absolutely in love with life. In a state of love, I have no choice but to have love come in my way and attract to me. And last thing is like what you do. Start to just take those small little micro actions of the version that you want to be. Would the version of yourself be environment look how it look right now if your space is not clean? Would their car look how it looks right now if that's not clean? Would they wear that certain type of dress if this is the person that you want to be in the future? Would they groom themselves in a certain way? Would they put on a certain really extrapolate this out? And ultimately, this is the process of change. This is the process of becoming someone new, changing your personality, is being conscious of these 3 influences over human behavior: what we think, what we feel, and what we do, and understand that those 3 aspects make up who you are. And to get what you want, you have to deserve what you want. In order to deserve what you want, you have to become the person that already has it, and become that person now by consciously being aware of these 3 things and consciously aware of what these 3 things look like for the future version of yourself, and continue to start to just add those to the daily routines, add those to the habits, add them over time, and watch as this process literally transforms your life. So hope that video helped. If it did, give it a big like. Comment what you want to see next. I'm here talking about all things self-improvement, personal development, mindset, sales, psychology, a lot of those good topics. So if you're interested, make sure you stay tuned and subscribe as well. Other than that, we will catch you all in the next one.